Okay, we will exactly start at 9 o'clock. Everyone, please stay with the meeting, and offline also you should be able to see the screen, and just hold on for a while. So everyone who has connected online here, all of you, my screen should be visible and my voice should be audible. If not, okay, someone please, okay, I'm going to unmute you guys. Hold on. And where is the option for unmute? I have unmuted you. Someone please respond to say, able to hear me or not?
Yes, sir, we are able to hear you.
Able to hear you.
Okay, you're able to hear, right? I am going to mute back once again, all of you. Just hold on there. And if not able to hear, please check mic and speakers from your end. Reconnect quickly. Okay, so all of you, you should be able to see my screen and able to hear me. And if any issue there, you just try to reconnect quickly. And please make sure you have your audio connections properly working and properly being used at the time of joining the meeting. And we could start sharp 9 a.m. just proceeding forward than what we have discussed yesterday. Everyone there, you able to see and able to hear? Offline. Okay then. Just wait for a while. We could start. Me parenti, me parent. Mire, Satyana. Okay, we'll start in a minute. Just hold on. And do you have any doubts or questions related to the demo that we are already done with? And if you have any questions, you could ask me. If we would, in case we would have any questions, we have to put it on chat. See, everyone who has connected on GoToMeeting from the laptop or desktop machine, you should have to see one chatting icon there, so you can chat with me. And those who are connecting from the phone, I don't think so the chatting facility is provided from the phone, but I will unmute between. I will cross check with you whether you are following or not. That time you may just post your question or doubt just orally. And I have not received yesterday. I forgot to record the video, right? I think I stopped at some point in time and I forgot to resume it. Stop recording. Okay, it is currently being recorded. Yesterday recording, you leave it. I will, otherwise I can share you the old video. Full demo session is there. I can share you that. That's not a big deal. Okay, starting from today, it will get automatically recording gets started, so there won't be any missing like yesterday and all. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. We can start now. So last two sessions, what did we do? Ikkadi nunchi matram meeting connect avvadu. Do not connect to the meeting from here for any reason. Ala aithe mee inti daggare undi attend avvachu, ikkada varaku ravalsina pani ledhu. Okay, just stop that. And here you go now. Maybe by mistake click aina kuda click cheyaddu. Okay, now here you go. Last 2 days, what has happened? See, we have gone through the demo, understanding about what is BPM and what is its purpose, and we realized BPM is a methodology of transaction processing and having the environment being designed for the application development. And what is PEGA and what is its purpose? Why PEGA is called as a BPM tool, and PEGA is a no coding tool with respect to UI, business logic and database. And moreover, we had looked at the architecture of PEGA. For this to explain, we have taken 1.5 hours. Day before yesterday, full day, I mean like 1 hour, and yesterday half an hour. So I was able to cover everything. So those who have attended yesterday and day before yesterday are those who have at least gone through the YouTube video which we have shared yesterday or day before yesterday on your WhatsApp. the demo will be covered. Even if you have missed last 2 days session, you can go through the backup video which was already available in our YouTube channel, which we will share again today, which will cover entire demo. You can start your sessions from today onwards. There won't be any issues. And yesterday second half an hour, I have addressed some of the doubts or questions, and I have given clarification. Apart from the questions and doubts that I have already recorded in a document, and I have requested all of you to give me a phone call on my personal number to clarify your questions related to career guidance or any doubts related to this training program or anything like that. So many of you, almost all of you, have called since past 2 to 3 days or maybe 10 days, since past 10 days, and you have got all your queries sorted out. Still, if you have any questions, if any one of you have missed to contact me to check or to sort out your doubts or questions, you can reach out to me on my personal number, that is this number. Okay, so you can call me between 11 a.m. IST to till 8:30 p.m. IST. Okay, between this time you can contact me. People from other countries reach out during evening time. People from India reach out during morning time. Other countries it will be late night. So accordingly, so it should be comfortable to both you and me. That's the point. Okay, and here you go now. So let's go ahead and look at further about PEGA rules process commander. See, what is PEGA rules process commander? PEGA rules process commander is a BPM tool that is built for application development as well as application execution, and there is no coding required while you wanted to develop applications using PEGA. So whenever you are using PEGA rules process commander tool, which is meant for application development without the need of coding, you can build and develop the business applications where you are going to work on business application development without writing code, meaning that code related to user interface, code related to business logic, code related to database, none of these are required to be done. Understand? So no coding. PEGA is a no coding tool, meaning that it is an automation tool for development. Programming is being automated when you are dealing with PEGA rules process commander environment. That is what it is meant for. So let me open a document. Where is it available? Hold on a minute, please. Okay. See, here you go. So PEGA rules process commander. So this is the first session we are going to start now. Okay, so PEGA rules process commander is an application development environment. That's what we have already discussed during our demo session. So PEGA rules process commander environment you are going to use for application development. Not only for application development, application will also get executed on the same environment, and it is an application development environment provided by a vendor. Who is that company? PEGA Systems, to develop business process applications. In order to develop what? Business process applications using its ready-made functionalities. What does it mean? Ready-made functionalities, what do you understand from that? Ready-made means already available. You are going to buy a ready-made dress, right? Without getting it stitching from someone, you are going to get a ready-made dress. Ready-made dress means already it is been stitched and readily available to use. So functionalities are already been developed, ready-made available, you try to use it. So creating from the scratch, stitching from the scratch are already ready-made, and you wanted to purchase ready-made or you wanted to go ahead with stitching. Which one will take more time? Stitching will take, so if you're going to choose the one where you wanted to get it stitched and get it ready for wearing, then it will take more time. Ready-made means you go to shop and buy it 5 minutes. Female, they'll go to Myntra and buy it 2 minutes. Okay. And now because they go to shop evening. Okay, now see, this is what ready-made functionalities means. The functionalities are already built in and available. Let me show you an example. See here, you don't need to bother about navigations on the initial stages. You need to only understand the concept. When it is navigations that you have to focus on, I will give you screenshots. Okay, see, I'll tell you one requirement. Amazon application is there, you know, right? After you purchase a product in Amazon application, you will be receiving one email saying that, or SMS saying that so and so is the product ID, so and so is the purchase order ID, so and so product, so and so billing address or shipping address, so and so amount you have paid. So with all these details, you'll be receiving one email. So from Amazon application, contacting with a mailbox, it has sent an email to the customer, right? So here we need a functionality to be implemented. You need to write your own coding. Just I'm saying in general, not in PEGA. Okay, the code related to a functionality where you are implementing email integration. So you need to be ready with the code. You need to develop some piece of code which is going to be meant for making a communication of email happening from Amazon application to a mailbox, right? So for that you need to write the coding from scratch if you're working on Java, C# or any other related full stack technologies. But coming to PEGA, this is already built in, available. Send email notification. Okay, there is one OOTP functional component that is already available. Any spelling wrong? Send email notification. Space is not required. Hold on. Maybe the issue is I log off and log in. Hold on. It got stuck, it seems. So there is one functional component already provided and available in PEGA. Okay. Anytime if you want to implement a business functionality in your application has to communicate with a mailbox and send email notification. Then you don't need to write the coding from the scratch. Directly you should know the name of that functional component that is already present in the system. You call this functional component and pass the parameters to whom you wanted to send, from where you wanted to send. Okay, and subject of the email and message body of the email. All these parameters you pass, it will be done in a minute. The same if you want to implement using other technologies, may take even 10 days or 15 days because it requires a lot of integration. So PEGA has identified. So is it this email functionality, is it only for Amazon application or any business I may use it? Many businesses I may use, right? This is a generic functional component which is needed across different sectors of the industries, right? So PEGA has identified so many functional components like this. They created and built in available, made it ready-made in the system. So anytime if you purchase a license from PEGA, if you're using PRPC environment as part of your business application development, if you want to implement email integration, you don't need to write the code, use it. And apart from this, I wanted to design a screen which is meant for my business, okay, where business people should be able to work on the tasks that are being sent to them. In a business, what will happen? Imagine a business of, let's say, imagine a business environment of your office. You are an employee in your office, right? You have so many functional features that you regularly access, out of which email request, leave request is the one. When you submit leave request, manager should receive it, right? Manager should need one user interface to see all the leave requests that are being assigned to him, correct? So manager will log in, he will go to his dashboard, and in the dashboard he might be seeing all the tasks that are being assigned to him, where these tasks are related to approval or rejection of leaves. Okay, exactly, these are not related. I am telling an example. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 5, like this. He will open the task, and he will work on the task to take necessary action, whether he wanted to proceed forward to approve or reject in general, not here exactly. Okay, This UI also you have to implement by yourself if you are working on other programming languages, right? But in PEGA, this type of features are ready-made available. Anytime if you want to work with creating something like one task to be sent to a manager for approval or rejection, it can be done in a minute. In 1 minute it can be done, because PEGA provides over DB functional features. Let me show you that as well. Don't bother about navigations at all, only focus on concept. Okay, otherwise if I have a case type I can go to that. Otherwise just look at here. I am going to show you something called here missions conversations. Okay, I don't see that here. That is there in another application. Okay, I cannot create the case type and all. It will take time for the explanation. Leave it. See, in general, I'm just telling, if you want to work on approval or rejection, okay, it will not take more than 2 minutes to implement in PEGA. Approval related screen with approve rejection button will be there, right? That screen also ready-made available. You don't need to create new screen by yourself. See, not only these things, there are so many built-in functionalities provided by PEGA. See, your ultimate goal while using PEGA is to utilize maximum number of functionalities that are provided. You have to utilize to implement your application. How do you know what are the functionalities provided by PEGA? You don't know, right? So as you start learning PRPC, as you start researching on the environment, as you work on so many business requirements, you will come to know what are the predefined functionalities that are built-in available provided by PEGA. Okay, that is what you are going to learn further apart from creating your own. Okay, so like this, PEGA rules process commander is an application development environment which is meant for developing business applications by using its ready-made functionalities. Everyone clear about what is its ready-made functionalities? Okay, everyone online, you can respond on the charting window. See, if any one of you, let me write down here on the document, if any one of you not able to hear my voice, please reconnect quickly. Check the mic and speaker from your end. There is no issue from my end. All others are able to hear. Anyone responding here saying that not able to hear, the issue should be from your end. If there is any issue from my end, the issue should happen to everyone who has connected in the meeting. Okay, if it is only for 1 person or 2 person, issue might be there from their end. See, next one. See, further, this is PRPC environment. Okay, but I'll tell you how to come to this PRPC environment in detail. So everyone understand what is the purpose of PEGA? What is its provision? Now look at here. After you install PRPC on your laptop, those who have finished installation and those who are yet to finish the installation, look at here. Now you might have got 3 icons like this on your desktop, right? Those who have finished installation are someone who is going to do installation afterwards. You will be getting 3 icons like this. For many of you, after your installation is successfully done, you might have seen automatically a command prompt running like this, right? And also you might have seen a login screen has been pop up automatically without your any action. For the first time when you install PEGA after installation is successfully done, the command prompt might be running like this and a login screen would have been popped up automatically. For some people, this login screen might have been pop up. Okay, but whoever has got the login screen, you can test it once. Like, what are the default credentials? It was said in the video, administrator@pega.com and password is install, INSTALL, all lowercase. Just you don't know what to do using environment so far. I'm sorry, I typed misspelling. Administrator@pega.com, password install, caps lock is on all one. You will get into PRPC. There is nothing to do after for the first time when you install. So here at the left bottom corner, just for your information, you have login menu. Like Gmail, when you log in, on right top corner you have an icon, right? Same way left bottom corner you have log off like this, just to give you an idea how to log off from the system. Okay, what are the default credentials? Administrator@pega.com, password install. In today's document it is available. I'll give you the document also. Now coming back to this one, what is this command prompt? See, when you install PRPC, what are the different things that have been installed in your system. Let me tell you orally. It has installed Java. It has installed Tomcat. Tomcat is an application server. As a developer, you never deal with Tomcat application server and looking into issues related to that. Admin teams will be there. Admin teams are going to take care of it. I'll tell you what are the teams, what are the roles and all. As I already told you, I'm making videos during the sessions also. I'll tell you going forward. Tomcat application server. See, on this application server, PEGA will be installed. See, PEGA has a product, right, that will get deployed installed onto this Tomcat server. It will be up and running. As long as this command prompt is up and running, that means your server is up. Suppose if I shut down the server, what will happen? The application that is installed on the server, will you be able to access? If I shut down my server, will you be able to access any application of this server? You can, same thing, right? If you are going to shut down the Tomcat server, it is already started. You cannot access PRPC environment. What do you mean by shutting down? See here, you have got three icons: startup, login, shutdown. See here, one more thing is your database got installed, that is PostgreSQL. What is that? PostgreSQL database installed. If you have made an observation, you might have observed that database created, tables created, table loaded, table 2 created, loaded, like this. Almost around 274 tables would have been created and loaded with some information. You don't need to bother about what are all the tables. We'll be learning, okay, going forward. See, if you want to access PRPC environment anytime, you should have this command prompt up and running. What if I close this? Many of you might have directly closed it, right? If you directly close it like this, next time when you wanted to open this environment, it will not be possible. Okay, usually you'll face some issue. I'll tell you the workaround also. Okay, I have directly closed it now. How do you bring up this? First of all, don't ask me the same again and again. Listen to me carefully or review the video. Okay, you got three icons, right? Startup, I place it in an order. Okay, login, shutdown, you might get in any order. See, in order to bring up the PRPC environment, first you need to start the Tomcat server. Startup like this, command prompt open, it will be running. See, for all of you, irrespective of your system speed, your system may have 16 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM or maybe 16 into 2, 32 GB RAM, anything. For first 1 week, it may be little slower than my system that you are experiencing to see now. Okay, for first 1 week, irrespective of RAM, it will be slow little bit. So once you access it for 1 week frequently, cache gets created, it will become faster. For first 1 week, you may experience slowness. For 4 GB RAM, you need to upgrade your RAM to 8 GB. Increase the RAM to 8 GB. You can go to any hardware shop. You can purchase, they will install it immediately. See, anytime when you directly close this command prompt window, or maybe power gone and it got directly closed, system shutdown directly closed, you are killing the process of server is getting killed. So there is certain process to bring down the server and shut down. See, I can go to my Windows, go here and use this option and use shutdown. I'm not going to do it by mistake. If I do, my system will shut down. That shutdown will execute set of commands and bring down everything in a proper way, your Windows, right? Directly if you power off, what will happen? Abruptly the processes will get killed, correct? Same thing will happen here also. As a result, next time when you try to bring up, it may not come up properly. For me, it is not coming up properly. Okay, now this may happen to you also. How to bring up successfully the server when in case if you abruptly close it or power gone anything, and review this video whenever you have this doubt. Okay, day 1 video. You might have installed PRPC either on your C drive or D drive, right? Somewhere in some drive you would have installed it, right? The drive on which you have installed PEGA, you have one folder gets created, PRPC personal edition. In this folder, Tomcat, there you have Kafka data. Okay, you shift to delete. Don't delete the above folder. Kafka data above folder. If you delete, PEGA will not work. You have to reinstall again. Yes, shift to delete. Yes, it is saying there is one file which cannot be removed. Lock file. LOCK. Skip this. Okay, no problem. Now you go into the file, select that log file, shift to delete. It will reject once or twice, or it may see if it is rejecting to delete again, try again, try again, try again. It will get deleted finally. It got deleted, right? Now go back. That is the file which has prevented me deleting this, right? Now that file is gone. I can delete it properly now. Deleted, done. So this is the workaround. After you delete this, if you try to bring up the server, it will come up properly. This is a workaround when in case your server is not coming up properly. Understand? Everyone clear? I told you the problem and as well as workaround solution as well. Okay. Control C means cut up.
You are closing, right? Instead of closing that, you have
see anyhow by command or directly or by power gone. Anyhow, if this is getting closed directly, you may face the issue. I'm not saying you will definitely face the issue of bringing up. If for this reason or for any other reason, if you have issue bringing up the application server, then you should deal with deleting Kafka data folder and log file. Once again, you try to delete, try again, going inside directly. Then finally, you can delete Kafka data folder. Then you try to bring up the server. It should come up. It must come up. Let us see. So the server coming up also, it may take 15 minutes or 25 minutes also. For first few 1 week, few days, but not every time. For me, it will not take more than 5 minutes or 3 minutes. How do you know whether the server is up or not? See, at the end, you will be getting one message saying that server startup in so and so milliseconds. Somewhere you will get it. So what if I cannot read these many messages? How do I find out whether that message is there or not there? So you don't need to bother about it. Once you start, it is running, right? You should never close this. As long as you wanted to work on PRPC environment, this command prompt should be running. You minimize this. I minimized it. Now I am going to click on login icon. See, my screen is still loading, right? Now loaded. It is loaded means my server is up and running. No need to bother about a command what says it is up and running. Usually you'll get a message, server startup in so and so milliseconds, means server is up and running. But it is difficult to find out that message in the list of so many messages here. You just minimize it and click on login. If you see, this login screen is still loading. It's still loading like this, meaning that server is still coming up. The moment server is up there, login screen will get loaded here. So you don't need to bother about the message. This may take even 20 minutes also for the first time and second time, third time, but not every time. After 1 week, irrespective of your RAM 8 or 16 or 32, it should speed up like my system. Okay, after cache gets created. Now I can log into PRPC administrator @pega.com, password, install. I'll tell you, hold on. So here you go. See here, U09090 in my browser, but for you it might be 8080, right? While you have installed. So the Tomcat port is 8080, maybe in your case, my case it is 9090. Okay, and here you go now. Okay, so today you logged in, morning 2 hours you have worked on PEGA. As long as you do not shut down your machine, you don't need to close this server at all. You minimize and go with other work. Log off from PEGA. You minimize the command prompt. Today evening you are going to shut down your system, but before you shut down the system, you make sure you shut down the server first. If you directly shut down, this will get abruptly closed. In order to shut down the server, you have a shutdown icon. Double click on shutdown. It will open one more command prompt. It will run some commands that will close both command prompts. Means your server application server has brought down safely. Understand? Startup, login, shutdown. After you start up, after some time, at the time while you log in, this should never be closed. It should be always minimized. You log in. After you log in, as long as you work on PRPC environment, this command prompt should never be closed. You minimize it and keep it aside. After you finish log off, everything is done. You wanted to restart your machine sometime later and all, you shut down. Okay. Next time when you wanted to work on PEGA, what would you do? Again, startup, login, and once finished, startup, login, not immediate shutdown is not immediately. After you finish your task, everything, as long as you wanted to use PRPC environment, you should never close this command bar. During this shutdown also you will face this shutdown also will not work properly sometimes. Okay, no problem. If it is not properly working, means after you click on shutdown, after 3 minutes or 4 minutes, this command prompt should get closed. If it is not getting closed, there is no other go. You directly close it, delete Kafka data folder lock file, again delete Kafka data folder and start up. There is no other go. For me also, I'll face so many issues like this. Yeah, you can try it, no problem. Okay, so that is what about startup, login, and what else? Shutdown, right? And now see here, this is not the practice when you are joining in the enterprise application development in an industry. See, PEGA will be installed on a separate server. You will be given with a laptop by your company, right? On your laptop you have internet connection there, but here it is not. It is local host. On your system you install, but in your office you will be going to browser and typing some URL to connect to the server where PEGA is installed. Your office people, they will give you URL of the PEGA development environment. Okay, so who will maintain the startup, login, shutdown? Admin teams will be there. There will be separate teams. So your server will be always up and running there 24/7. No need to bother about it. So this is only home version practice. Everything installed on local machine. In enterprise, it will be installed by admins on server. They will give you URL. You hit the URL, you'll get login screen. That's it. You don't need to bother about startup, login, shutdown. This will not be there. That is not your local machine. PEGA will be there on a remote machine. You will connect from your office laptop to PRPC server to work on the things. Understand? Clear? Make sense? Everyone clear with startup, login, shutdown? Now, so this is what about PEGA rules process commander environment. See, PEGA rules process commander environment is meant for application development. After you get PRPC environment, the default credentials to use to log into PRPC either in home version or enterprise version, same. Administrator@pega.com, and what is password? Password is install. Okay, I don't know how to start it in background. And let me clarify one thing to all of you who are posting the questions here on GoToMeeting. Unless I am going to come back to you and ask you, do you have any questions? You never post a question here. Someone is asking, what is inside Kafka data? That is not the point here to learn, because you don't even know ABCDs in PEGA. Okay, so focus on only something what I was talking about. Do not get the deviation questions. Okay, that will let you not learn properly. Okay, and even I don't know what is there inside Kafka folder, Kafka data at this moment of time. Okay, I'll tell you later. That's not a big deal. So what is the reason to delete that folder and all? I don't know why people are very much interested in these things. And here you go now. Okay, I told that is a workaround, you follow it. That's it. So these are the default credentials. Try to focus on what you have to really learn. This is not our task. Startup, login, shutdown. You will never need to bother about it. Okay, I will tell you what to learn. And here you go now. After you log into PRPC, this is the environment you will be getting, and you are going to log off like this. Click on below and you can choose log off. You'll be logged out of PRPC environment. You'll be back to login screen, and your task is done. You're done. Now, see the login ID which we have used in order to log into PRPC. So generally there is a technical terminology that we need to follow. Okay, the technical terminology is, it is called as operator ID. What do you call this? Operator ID. So the login ID which we use in order to log into PRPC, in technical terminology of PEGA, you call it as operator ID. If you're using a login ID to log into Gmail, it is called a Gmail ID. Facebook ID, right? So every specific application terminology can be there. So login ID which we use in order to log into PRPC is called operator ID. The definition of operator ID is also the same. Operator ID is the login ID or username which you use in order to log into PRPC environment to access its functional features and applications. This is functional point of view. For example, if I have to tell you the technical definition of operator ID is an instance of class data admin operator ID which is mapped to PR_operator table, which is mapped to an access group which will give access to an application, access portals and access roles. you cannot understand anything in this definition. You cannot even remember this, right? So technical definitions later, not now. Okay. So as of now, for every one of us, in order to understand it in detail clearly in real life, let's go ahead and look at it functional point of view. So where operator ID is the login ID which we use in order to log into PRPC environment to access its applications. Make sense, everyone? Clear? And password, you know that is password. Wherever you go, password is password. And what is the terminology? Operator means. Operator means the person who log into PRPC to access its applications. Whoever is the requester, that is operator. Operator is the person who log into PRPC to access its application. Operator ID is the person's login ID which he is going to use in order to log into PRPC. Make sense, everyone? Clear? So this is about basics of PEGA, where PRPC, PEGA rules process commander, is an environment using which we can log into, using which we can develop business applications by utilizing ready-made and predefined functionalities. And PEGA rules process commander environment, in order to log into PRPC, we are being provided with default credentials, administrator@pega.com, password, install. So the user ID which you use in order to log into PRPC is called as operator ID, and the password is password, and the person who log into PRPC is called as operator. Make sense, everyone? Clear? I will open another application, another document. This is not the document actually. I have to give you more detailed document is there.
We are using local host. So today, if I create any application or anything,
Okay.
and I sign up today, and tomorrow if I am going to do, am I going to get whatever I have done yesterday? Or
See, suppose today you are working on PRPC environment, you created something on your machine. Tomorrow you come back to your machine and log in, it will be there, what you have done previously. Where do I have the document? How did I miss it? Just hold on, give me a minute, please, don't mind. Theory documents, freshers, practical, mock interview questions, diagrams, theory document, PEGA documents. Let me cross check once whether this is the document. This is the document. Here you go now. I told you what is PEGA rules process commander environment. Now we are going to discuss about application. We are going to discuss about even not, this is not the document. Okay, I'll tell you, no problem. How did I miss this document? Somehow I missed it. Somewhere I should have. Okay, this is something. Otherwise, this is the best way. Just hold on a minute. Sent items. PEGA initial process. I don't know how I lost the document, but I'll prepare one, no problem. If I do not find it here, I'll prepare one, but I need to tell you about application. Let's go ahead. Don't wait for it. So let me tell you about application. Okay. So we are going to start looking at these things. Application, types of applications. Okay. And further we will see some of the other things related to PEGA again. See, what is an application? In reality, an application is set of functionalities which are placed inside. So you take Amazon application. What are the functionalities that are available inside Amazon application? There are a number of functionalities, right? Different functional modules are there. See, the first screen where you get products display. products display with a search. That is one functional component like UI functional component. In order to retrieve the products which are stored in a database, we need some business logic to be executed. Okay, there will be a business logic when you enter the product ID here in Amazon application, amazon.in. Why I am always taking Amazon? Because every one of you know about it. So this is one functional component, UI functional component. See, when I enter some this one phone and click on search, based on this query that I have done here, it has to retrieve all the phones and display here. So phones are there in database, application is communicating with database, between business logic will be there. So UI functional component is there, business functional component is there, database queries also will get generated and retrieves the data. So like this, so many functional components are there. Search screen, one functional component. Cart is one functional component. Checkout screen is one functional component. Payment gateway is one functional component. Confirmation is one functional component. So many functional components are available in an application. All these functional components works together, means one after the other. Just as an example, if I have to tell you, okay, if you take a just a simple example, if you take a car, there are so many functional components in a car, right? Steering, brake, and like engine, and the body of the car, wheels. So all these should function together. Okay, supplying the parameters from one place to another place, inputs from one place to another place, like that. Then only overall functionality will be achieved. Correct? So a business application is set of functionalities. A business application is what? Set of functionalities which are inside the application. These functionalities works together to achieve the required business goals. Everyone clear? This is in general in real life with simple terminology. So next time we will talk about types of applications. What is the next one? Types of applications. So in types of applications, there are two types of applications. One is framework application and the second one is implementation application. Just 1 minute. Nadi PEGA class 1 document untadi kada. Class 1. Vachava office ki. Okay. So framework application and implementation application. Framework application, what does it mean? And implementation application, what does it mean? See, given a requirement, so there is one business. The business is expecting a business application to be created in order to process their business transaction. They have to go to a vendor like Tata Consultancy Services or Wipro or any company, and they are going to give this particular work to that company. They are going to start working on it. They're asking to, let's say for example, there is a bank. Okay, Bank of America is there. So Bank of America wanted to build their application, okay, for banking transactions. Okay, Bank of America, what are the different transactions that are there in banking? Core banking transactions, you tell me. Just it is a general knowledge thing. What are the core banking transactions? First thing, Andy, opening account. This is one banking functionality, and maybe deposit is one functionality, and withdraw is another function, like this. Other than banking, core banking transaction, what else is there in the bank? Loan is another one, right? So is bank operations and loan together same or different? Both are different or not? But both are part of banking operations or not? Okay, in a bank only we are providing loan. And what else they can provide? Insurance. See, like this, there are so many different streams that we call it a line, LOB. What do you call it? This is the real world terminology. LOB stands for line of business. What do you call it? Bank has different lines of businesses. One line is banking operations, another line is insurance operations, one more line is financial related loan operations, and there may be another further. There can be so many things we are not aware of. Okay, so different lines of operations will be there. See, now coming to this one, whenever you are being given with a requirement to create an application in order to process the business, you need to come up with 2 applications minimum as a best practice, not a mandatory thing. It is not mandatory. I'm not saying it is mandatory to be there. As a best practice, you need to come up with 2 applications for one business, considering the future. Those 2 applications are, one is framework, another one is implementation. So let me explain you what is a framework application. What is it all about? See here, imagine I am a bank. I am going to issue credit cards to my customers. In order to process the issuing of credit cards, do I need an application or not? Okay, I am Bank of America. I have created one application to process credit cards. Okay, means I'll collect the data from the customer. I'll collect all other documents and upload. I'll review the documents. I'll review the details about the salary, approvals, necessary verifications, approvals. Finally, approved, let's say, in a happy path, credit card disbursement is going to happen. Credit card processing, like providing a new credit card, the processing that is been involved in providing new credit card. For Bank of America, JP Morgan, State Bank of India, HDFC Bank, Citibank, and even any other bank in this world, more or less, the overall processing will be same or not. More or less means up to 70%, is it going to match or not? Is it going to match? I created a product now. Bank, it is going to match definitely. 30% means logos will change, offers will change, maybe some of the few other technical things will change related to bank. Okay, but overall processing, anywhere you wanted to apply credit card, you have to send your details, you have to give your details, give documents, they have to verify, they have to approve. These things are very common. See, I have created a credit card application as a Bank of America. I'm using it. Instead of myself using it, can I sell this product to other banks? What is the advantage for other banks if I sell it? They need not to do it from the scratch. I'll sell this product to other bank, giving them a facility of customization. They can customize it to change the logos, change the offers and all. A little bit of changes they can do in the overall processing. Core processing will be same. Now the advantage for them is they are going to do it on, maybe you have spent 2 years to develop this application. They will get application in 3 months, right? Yes or no? But they have to spend some money. You have spent it on development, they have to spend it on licensing cost, correct? Purchasing from you, subscription plan. Can I sell it to one more bank, some other bank? Can I sell it to all 10 banks? Am I going to get back the money which I have spent already in a subscription plan for long time? I'll be getting profits also, right? So now you are going to create an application which is a framework which will have common and generic functionalities that you may use across entire business, across different lines of business as well. Okay, it may be related to single sector or generic to all sectors. For example, I created one application using which I can do a survey. Okay, survey related to YouTube, survey related to foundation, survey related to an academy, survey related to a university, survey related to movies, survey related to film industry, or survey related to anything. What will change in survey application? Only questions will change. Okay, I'll give you that facility to add. I have created a survey product. Can I sell it irrespective of sector? I can sell it, right? With little bit of changes, they will get it up their wish, whatever that they wanted to. So this application, what I have created, which has generic components, generic functional components, which can be reused across different sectors of the business, or maybe across different lines of business in a single business sector. This is called a product of framework. What do you call this product? It's a framework product. So now, what does a framework application contain? I already told you, application contains functionalities. Framework application contains generic functionalities that can be accessed across different lines of business and all. Understand everyone clear? So this is what meant by framework application. I am a bank. I have 3 LOBs: bank, loan, insurance. Otherwise, we'll take only one example, simple example. I'm an insurance company. I have different LOBs. What are those? Tell me the different LOBs in insurance. Life insurance, health insurance, auto insurance, right? These 3 LOBs, fair enough, right? See, all of these 3 if you want life insurance, or you want health insurance, or you want auto insurance for your vehicle, any one of these three insurance that you are looking for, you must have to submit the customer or owner details, yes or no. What are the basic details? First name, last name, date of birth, and address, email ID, phone number, ID card number related to the citizenship or whatever, PAN card, Aadhaar card, SSN number, anything. The screen I have created, I have to create a screen to collect the basic details of a customer. Irrespective of these three different lines of business, the screen, can that screen be commonly used among these three lines of business? Yes or no? Then instead of creating in each line of business, can I create in the top level of insurance itself? Customer details form, I'll create at the core sector level. I'll access to below levels. This is the concept of inheritance. I'll come to the technical terminology later. So common functionality across different lines of business, you place that functionality into framework. How do you know this functionality is common or not? First, you need to study the business. Without knowing business, can you say whether it is common functionality or not? So for every developer, it is very much important that you understand the business first. Business first, technology second, always. You are technically a gem. You did not understand the business requirement. Will you be able to implement? You are technically only 70%. You clearly understand the requirement. Here and there, today or tomorrow, by struggling, will you be able to implement or not? So all of you, when you are working in IT industry, you have to first focus on learning the business. 60% of the people who are working in IT industry today, they don't know what is their application all about, but they are developers. I am not pointing out. There are people like that. That's why I'm saying. Okay. See, these people perform, the performance of these resources will be just average. The reason is they may be technically good, but they don't know the application functionality here and there. If you're going to give them one issue, they'll struggle a lot. They'll take 2 days, where they have to finish it in 1 day or maybe 2 hours, because they are not sure what is there, which components are there in the application. So always learn about the business. End-to-end business, it is really impossible for a developer to learn end-to-end. The maximum possibility of extent, you try to learn the business. The moment you join any project, the first thing that you need to do when you are being given with an application is make n number of transactions to understand the flow of the transaction from beginning to ending. That is what you need to focus. First thing. Okay, in a development environment, you can make any transactions, right? 100 transactions you create in 1 week. Each transaction, you go step by step and see. If I choose option 1, which direction the transaction is taking. If I choose option 2 in the screen, which direction transaction is taking. If I choose option 3, what direction? Every step in detail you try to understand. If you get the grip on application, technology is nothing. It is very easy. Okay, this is where one should focus when you join any project. First thing is functionality. Who knows the business very well, they can drive the business even functionally, technically excellent. Okay, everyone clear? Without understanding business, even you are technically gem, you cannot do anything. So framework application is the one which will have generic functionality. When you are being given with a business requirement, how do you know whether it is generic or specific? When you know the business, you will come to know. So you need to study your application first before you work on business requirements. Understand? Study the business first. Now I am giving one more requirement, general knowledge thing. You tell me. I wanted to create one screen. Using that screen, at the end of the transaction, they can make the payments. It will have payment related details, credit card, debit card, like this. Now I'm asking you a question, whether it is generic or specific. Generic means where should I place? In the framework. Okay, so payment gateway thing. I wanted to collect the address details of a customer. Billing address, shipping address, life insurance, health insurance, auto insurance, customer address, common or not? Generic, right? Place it here. Now I wanted to collect the details of a customer related health related information. What is the BMI index value, whether he has any chronic diseases or not. Okay, like this I want to collect the data. Where should I place it? Generic or specific? Specific to health only. Okay, I'm talking about health insurance. Okay, this is health related, and that's what I told. Health information. I wanted to collect the details of a driver who is going to drive the vehicle. Is it generic for the insurance or specific? Specific to which insurance? Auto insurance. Driver information screen will go here. Primary driver, secondary driver, like that. So when you know about the business, you will be able to know whether it is related to specific line of business or generic to all business, all lines of business. Generic functionalities, you are going to place it in framework application. Specific functionalities, you are going to place it in implementation application. It is a practice to follow. Now, what is the advantage? Okay, I follow this. What is the advantage? There should be some advantage, right? Okay, see here, I'm asking you, like, I wanted, so today we are collecting the details from the customer, where we are collecting billing, we are collecting first name, last name, gender, date of birth, and phone number, email ID. There is no Aadhaar card number being collected in the customer form. Imagine customer details form is not created above, it is created specifically in the implementation. 3 implementations I have to create. If you are creating an implementation, how many places you have to create? 3 places separately you have to create. Very simple to understand. Imagine you have a 3 bedroom and 1 hall. 3 bedroom, 1 hall. I wanted to watch TV, sitting in my bedroom only. Then what should I do? I have to place a TV in my bedroom 1. Bedroom 2 also they wanted to watch TV. What should I do? Purchase 1 more TV, place it in bedroom 2. Similarly, bedroom. How many TVs you have purchased? 3. Instead of that, all of them wanted to watch a TV, but I don't want to purchase 3 TVs. What should I do? Place the TV in the hall, right? So place the functionality in framework instead of implementation. Again, that should be meaningful. That should be common. Okay. See, if you are going to do like this, you are not doing the same task redundantly. You are not going to do a redundant work. So you don't need to create 3 times. Creating 3 times, if business is going to give you a change, add Aadhaar card number also in the customer form. How many places you have to change? 1, 2, 3. Instead of this, if you create it at the framework, how many places you have to make changes? How many places? If you make change here, that will be accessible to all implementations. Understand? So like this, creating the functionalities of generic functionalities. Again, not every functionality you cannot say I can create in framework. Don't do that. That will be a problem to the business. Generic functionalities you need to identify and create in the framework application. That is going to give you an advantage of reusability and no redundancy and easy to maintain. Yes or no? Only one place you make changes, it will get reflected everywhere. Easy to maintain. Everyone clear? So this is how, these are the advantages, just to tell you. You don't need to write anything that I am telling here. You are not needed to draft even a single word while the session is going on. I will tell you anything if you have to draft. I give you a document with clear-cut details. You would need to fully focus and try to understand the concept. Everyone understand the concept of what is framework and implementation. Framework application contains generic functionalities. Implement application contains specific functionalities to the specific line of business. How do you know whether it is specific or generic? Only by understanding the business. 70% priority is business always, 30% priority is only technology. Okay. Those who learn the business up to its best, they will establish new companies. If you are working in a software company, okay, if you work for 20 years, still you are a developer, still you are a manager, still you are something in the same company, maybe you did not learn the business. I'm talking about my point of view. I'm not saying anyone specifically. Here and there, if you are going to start your own business, then that is going to help you a lot for sure. See, for my point of view, I'm not encouraging anyone in this way, but just I'm telling. If you are working for any company, let's say you are a fresher, you have joined an organization. How many years you work in the same company? That's the question. How many years you'll be working in the same company? How many years? See, in my point of view, working more than 2 years is that you are making a mistake where you yourself are being an obstacle for your career growth. If you work for 5 years in the same company, your growth will not be as expected. Initially, it will be good. See, you join a company as a fresher, you're getting 25,000, 30,000 rupees per month. As a kid, if I am going to give 10 rupees, that will be a huge amount of money. Okay. But what if that same 10 rupees when they grow up, that is nothing for them, right? So after 5 years is finished, maybe you'll get salary hike in the same company, no problem. Okay. But when you look at the market and the salary hike that you have got, you realize you're being underpaid. But you're not being underpaid. That is a mistake. But you are being paid as per the company norms. That's it. But it is in your hands. You have to move on. So for the, because it is 2 years, because you are a fresher. Fresher needs to learn so many things. But after you switch from a company to another company, you don't need to spend too much time there. 2 years you work as a fresher, you get 1 hike or 2 hikes, you move on to next company, you'll be getting a better package generally, right? And the next company, how many years you'll work there? For me, in my case, I'm telling, I did not work for more than 1 year in any company after I switched from my first company. Okay, I worked almost for 6 companies. Okay, with the offer letter being handy from Wells Fargo, I have resigned my job and IT career, everything. Okay, I came fully into trainings only because I find myself I can do best in trainings than working in a software company. Okay, I don't know about future how it will be, but as of now I'm doing good. Okay, I have a hope that I'll be doing good for sure in future also. But whatever it is, my career graph, okay, with respect to growth, it is exponential after I resign my job. I'm not encouraging you to resign your job. Please try to understand when there is an opportunity. When you create an opportunity, if you can execute that opportunity properly, then only I'm talking about it. Okay, I have a belief on me, I can execute this, and I'm good at training and all. Okay, I just wanted to share the knowledge what I have, and I want to make money out of it. I'm making it good, and also I have started it an institute. Like I transformed it like a training institute. I have hired so many other trainers, and their career also has become good. Okay, my DevOps trainer at the time when he was resigning job, his package was 18 lakhs per year. Okay, he used to get around I think 1,20,000 or 1,50,000 like that. And after working with me in DevOps trainings here with Harsha trainings, after 1 year he resigned his job, and he's a full-time trainer now here. And per month he is earning not less than 5 lakhs. Average is 5 lakhs he is earning. Okay, at the time of being an employee, he did not buy any car, he did not buy a home and all. That time he has to look for a bank loan, but now he is in a position to purchase a house without taking bank loan. Okay, yet he may be taking, that's okay, but his position is like that, status is like that. But I'm not encouraging you to resign your job. See, switching between the companies only will give you good career growth. I think many of you here already online or offline, you might have realized by this time, working for 5 years or 6 years or 4 years in same company, you might have got a realization now that you have to switch from your company to next company, another company, for your career growth. How many of you are there like that? There is nothing wrong to say yes, I am there. There must be people like this, because maybe you're ignorant about switching at that time. Okay, but at least at some point in time you have realized, that is well and good. But you may have some doubt, if I am going to change from one company to another company every year, they may cross question me, right? Suppose next time when I'm attending interview, why you are changing company within 1 year? Are you going to stay with us during 1 year? The same question even I have also faced. Okay, but my response was like this: even if I cannot guarantee I'll work more than 1 year or 9 months or 10 months. Okay, but I can guarantee you that I'll be productive. Okay, beyond your expectations for sure. I have that confidence. Okay, I'm going to leave my footprint in your office where you'll remember me forever. Okay, for the work or performance that I have shown, and you'll definitely rehire me if I come back, even if I resign within 7 months. Okay, if you are confident like this, everyone is going to welcome you with a red carpet. Okay, but it depends on your skill, your ability, your management skills as well. Okay, so there is no question whether you work for 1 year. See, if I am going to stay in your company for lifetime, are you going to give me a pension? You're going to give me a pension? No, right? You are going to throw me out of your organization whenever there is any recession, when there are no projects, when there is no billing from the client. If I'm not performing, in all the cases you'll throw me out, right? Then what is the point of how many years you are going to work long time or not? There's no such point. See, after you work for 6 to 7 companies in 7 to 8 years, you have to settle in a company where you have to work for 5 years. There you are going to fully focus on learning the business. And after they staying there for 5 years, switch the company, another company 3 years. Already you have completed almost 13 to 14 years, right? Start your own business. The same, establishing a software company, you should have contacts with so many vendors by this time. You should have the tactics or the management skills to bring a client to you. Okay. One or the other way, if you establish a business, definitely that is going to help you not only your lifetime, it will be the next generations as well. That will happen when you successfully run. Again, you should have a lot of discipline. Okay, మీరు ఇక్కడ ట్రైనింగ్ అటెండ్ అయ్యి రేపు వెళ్ళి సినిమాకి వెళ్ళి వచ్చాడు అనుకో, మిమ్మల్ని ఎవడ బాగు చేయలేదు. Okay, so during this training I already sent a message yesterday, video message. Whoever is really looking for a career growth for this first 5 months or 6 months till you move on to PEGA, no movies, no social media for unnecessary access, no WhatsApp for simple good morning, good night, good evening messages and all nonsense, no reality shows, no Kapil Sharma shows, no Jabardast shows, no Big Boss shows. Okay, no outings, nothing. If you follow this strictly, having discipline, you will be definitely achieving. After you become successful here and there, little bit you can deviate, but this will become a habit to you. This discipline, you can never get deviated even if you want it. That will happen because you are habituated to be disciplined. You habituated to watch short videos of reels every day night 9 o'clock at the time while you are sleeping. Always your mind automatically suggests you to go to reels, YouTube short videos, nonsense, waste your time and all. You will automatically waste your time because you are habituated to that. Your mind is going to drive in the same way. You habituated to be disciplined, your mind will drive you in the same way. Okay, so it is up to the individual how they wanted to mold their career. As a master, we are always there to guide you. We cannot make it possible for you, staying with you, along with you and all. Okay, so but if you are going to fully focus on learning, your home or your what is this, home office family training, home office family training, hostel training academy, family. Other than this, anywhere else, if you're getting deviated, that will be a problem. Okay, spend like this for 6 months, 5 months, at least minimum 4 months is fair enough. Automatically you see the result. You don't need to struggle to get the result. Automatically you get the result. Okay, so this is what one should have when learning from Harsha trainings. Okay, so that's it from my end. I have given you information today about what is an application and what is framework application meant for, and what is an implementation application meant for, which type of functionalities to create in which type of application. Everyone clear? Online, I lost the document. I'll find out and I'll share you a document which will have diagrams as well. Everything that I have told, everyone clear or not? Anyone has any question related to the topics that we have discussed today? Don't ask me when should I resign from my current company. After you get job, you can resign. I mean, what kind of files are there? See, you don't need to bother about it, Ruchi. That is meant for queue processor. So I should talk about queue processor now. Leave it for now. I'll tell you later when we are working with queue processor. What should always make sure server should run if you want to work? As long as you work on PEGA rules process commander environment, your server should be up and running. Okay. So topic deviation will never happen. Even if I deviate, that will help your career for sure. Okay, and because all of you are diamonds, but just there is dust on top of it. We have to get rid of that dust. We need someone to do it. Okay, all of you are, we are diamonds. Why should I exclude myself. Okay, but there is some dust on me. I have to get rid of it. For that, I need a master. Okay, and here you go. We work remote server or local server. In your organizations, PEGA will be installed on a server. You will connect to a server that is a remote server. Okay, and everything is a remote server. Development, RQ, everything is remote server. Okay, that's it from my end. What you will be receiving today, you will be receiving a theory document which talks about what is an application and what are the types of applications. Diagrams also will be there. If you go through the document, you will be able to understand. If you want to realize to know what is a framework implementation and all, you go through this video once again. Okay, we will send you this video, uploading it to YouTube today itself. Only for next 2 to 3 days we will upload in YouTube. After that, we will make it available in Drive and we will share it to only the students who have joined with a view access. So every one of you might have received the payment details, right? Finish as a. And I'm strictly saying, do not come back to us and say to give 2 more days, 3 more days after weekend and all. Okay, so enough time is being given. That is fair enough, I think. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow to look at understanding more about PEGA rules process commander. These are the basic things. Many people who are already working in IT industry, you might have already aware of these things. So tomorrow we are going to talk about how to create application. What are the different parameters that you need to consider while creating application? Probably I believe tomorrow itself will work on practical. First half an hour explanation will be over. Second half an hour we will use PRBC environment and create application. Finish your installation by this weekend and finish the task that we are going to do tomorrow on weekend at least. Okay, after tomorrow task is finished, next 2 days there won't be any practical, again theory. Okay, so find any doubts further, any questions further, you can call me on my personal number 9886266619. Okay, so every day morning you will not receive any reminder message. Only first 1 or 2 days I am sending it because you are not habituated to the training. By this time 3 days means you should have alarm set in your mind and you should wake up on time and you should remember that you have joined a training program. Okay, thank you so much. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.